Justin got in touch with his coach and said, can we do something as varsity athletes to try and confront issues of mental illness in student athletes? It gives student athletes an opportunity or a reality that if you've got stuff going on, you can get some help. You're not alone. You don't have to deal with your stuff all by yourself. That there are tremendous resources here at St. Mike's. You've got fantastic counselors over in the Wellness Center. You have members of campus ministry. You have members of Residence Life. Your coaches have all been getting training. The NCAA is finally starting to deal with mental health issues in student athletes.
Hi, my name is Katherine Welch. I'm one of the Assistant Deans of Student and Student Life and also our Title IX Coordinator. My work at St. Michael's is heavily focused on mental health initiatives, awareness in student athletes and how important that is, and I'm really excited that we're taking this next step. So I am a basketball and softball athlete myself and understand the demands on student athletes on top of academic demands, social demands, but all of the demands of being a student athlete in college. I think mental health is just as important as your physical health. And understanding that if for you to be able to perform at your best capacity, that your mental health is in a space where you can do that.
You have stuff. You have stuff, I have stuff, every coach has stuff, the president of the college has stuff. The difference is that student athletes are often told by their social construction not to deal with their stuff. In fact, the combination of being a full-time student and a full-time student athlete puts tremendous pressure on student athletes. And most student athletes just want to play their sport. And so they don't want to come forward and say, hey, I'm having a hard time. Because they're afraid that if they say that, the coach may say, well, you're not going to play. And all you want to do is play. So, for example, if I see you limping, off the ice, I'm going to say, what's wrong? Are you okay? And you're going to say, I'm fine. Because y'all lie to us all the time. And if I see a change in your behavior in terms of interacting with you, or if I have you in class and I see a difference, and there may be something psychologically going on with you, and I say, are you okay? You're going to tell me the same lie. You're going to say, I'm fine.
So the other thing that a lot of people don't recognize and need to consider is that, like for myself, when I go into practice, I'm always thinking I want to have good practice, I want to skate hard, I want to leave it all on the ice and make sure that I'm ready for the games coming up. But then if you have someone who has anxiety or has depression on your team, they might go into practice thinking, like, I really hope I don't have a panic attack during practice, or what am I going to do if I have an anxiety attack? And that's where we need to work to decrease the stigma by having these conversations and making sure that people know that they're supported.
Hi, I'm Chris Kenny. I'm the Director of Athletics at St. Michael's College. Very, very proud of the efforts of our student athletes, our staff, our coaches, faculty, and administration here at St. Michael's, promoting mental health awareness and good health.
It's important to me because I don't want to see anyone else give up the sport that they love and have been growing up playing for all their lives.
I had a teammate and a close friend really struggle with his mental health last year. But with the help of Danny and Justin and the Hope Happens Here team and our coach, we were able to intervene and help this person. And this experience has really taught me that mental health affects all of us in one way or another, and that it's really important to spread this initiative and end the stigma.
I joined Hope Happens Here because in high school I lost 2 friends to suicide. They were both student athletes. And I think that when you're exposed to something so close to home and you experience like the detriments of mental health on a personal level, within your community, within your school, it just like really hits home, and like that will like never leave me. And it's like one thing to get over. It's one thing for life to get easier after an event like that, because it does, but something like that will also like always stick with me, and that's just something that I really like want things like Hope Happens Here to prevent. Like I want Hope Happens Here to help student athletes like my friends who like didn't have the resources that like St. Mike's does.
I think for me, like mental health is so important because it hits so close to home. I have a close family member who struggles with mental health, and until I was exposed to that situation, I didn't realize how serious it was. And through Hope Happens Here and the mental health awareness initiatives that we have on campus, I've been given the resources to try to help other people and try to help fight to end the stigma.
message that I want to give to everybody is that if you've got things going on in your life, and we all do. I'm 74. I got stuff going on. If you've got stuff going on in your life, reach out, talk with a coach, talk with a fellow player, talk with a captain, talk with an assistant coach, talk with Res Life, talk with the counselors, get some help for what's going on.
You matter, you're important. What you're going through is not something that you have to go through alone, and we have the resources and help that you need to get you through this time.